All right, so what I want to do now is I want to create a portfolio. But the way the portfolio works is basically it'll have a bunch of icons. You can choose in a grid or have them stacked. And what it's actually doing is it's sourcing posts, but a special post that they call projects inside of Divi. It's kind of a weird thing. So before I can even build it in here, I actually have to make my various projects in order to have them be filled inside this area. So what I do is actually save this, clicking on this, okay, and then you hit save, and then you'll see a little spinny thing, and that means it's saving. And then when it's done, you cannot leave this page until you hit Exit Visual Builder. Now the nice thing is if you hit Exit Visual Builder, it auto saves as you're going, just so you know. But I always click. I'm constantly, incessantly pressing that. If you try to exit Visual Builder, it will. It's kind of weird. Where's my pictures? I'm gonna come back to that. If you hit exit Visual Builder without saving it, it'll actually tell you. It's like, do you want to save and or discard or whatever? And then you just say yay or nay. So, anyways, let's go ahead and we'll put our stuff in here. Why is that yellow? It's weird too. This is very odd. All right, well, we'll come back to this anyway. So let's go ahead and get that done. No? Okay. Well, I'll come back to it. So anyways, I'm going to go to the Divi theme, go back to the dashboard here. And then you're going to see a special thing that there's posts. So if you remember, posts are like blog posts. And there's another section for projects. You can see how they look. They both have like the little thumbtack. So we're just going to click on projects. And we're just going to make projects, basically. So we'll add a new one. Takes a little while. And I'm going to close that because I don't really care. Now, we can go ahead and kind of use Divi Build if you want. And you can actually build it just like you would build any site. And it will open it up and it will look kind of like, basically like a page. I'm just going to go ahead and click on Use Default Editor, just because we haven't really been using that much anyway. And then we are going to add our elements in here. So instead of block, I'm going to click on Document. And I'm going to fill in all this stuff here, and then that will be used in order to populate our portfolio. Okay, so we're going to add some categories. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to have a portfolio and then have categories for like 2D animation and 3D animation. All right, so I add a category, and we'll say, 2D animation. So basically my 2D animation portfolio stuff. Add new category. And then we'll add, we can just click right here. Add another one. We'll just call it 3D animation. Okay, add a new category. All right, and I'm not going to turn that off. I'm just going to do 2D. We'll do 2D one first, and then we'll do the other ones after. Okay, now that's all fine. That's good. We're going to add tags. So the tags, basically, it'll be underneath this. It'll say like skills, but basically it's kind of categories, but subcategories, we'll say. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, for that we'll say character artwork, and then I'll hit enter, and that will add that tag, and we'll say background artwork. Let me get out of the way. Get extra stuff there. Enter. All right, so I just hit enter between one, and you can add many of these as you would like. Okay. Next thing I need to do is add a featured image. I'm going to click on this. And then we have to set a featured image. So click on that. And this is a picture that's actually going to show up. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll choose this one here. And I will select that feature image. Good. And then we don't need any of this. So if you want to turn off allowing comments, you can turn that off. You'll see in a second. I'm going to leave it on. And we don't really need an excerpt. And then page layout, we have right sidebar. I'm just going to go ahead and do no sidebar so there isn't anything on the side. And we'll just leave that there. Okay. That looks acceptable. Let's just go ahead and get a title now, and we'll just put none lady. All right. Actually, we'll do this. We'll call it Villa Maria Animation 01, and we'll call that good. All right. And then I'm just gonna hit publish, and we'll hit publish, and it's gonna make one. And I'm going to do, let's do 4 of these, which is going to be kind of annoying. It'd be better to get this done. So I'm going to go back, and we're going to back here. So click on this, and we're just going to go and we're going to add a new project. Okay. I'm going to do 2 of them, and then I'm going to do a couple of other ones, but I'm just going to go ahead and again use default editor. And let's find the featured image first this time, just so that I know what I'm making. And we'll just say, I'm going to click on this one, okay. And this will be 2D animation as well. And we'll just say drawing is what we'll call it. Except it says drawing. Just rewrite that. Drawing, okay. That's fine. And again, I'm going to do no sidebar. That's we'll allow comments. And okay, and we'll just put this nude study, we'll call it. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and publish, and then I'm going to pause this, and I'm just going to add, let's say, 2 more, just so that I have enough. Okay, so you can add 2 more as well. All right, so I just made 2 more. They're both 3D ones, so I just, instead of doing 2D for the category, I did 3D. I'm going to click back here. I just want to show you what these look like. You can really probably can tell what you made, but click on this. I'm just going to click on the middle mouse button, just so it opens up in a new tab. And then basically this is what it looks like. So if you click on it, it's going to look like this. It's great, right? We spend most of our time just waiting. At least we're waiting together. So right here we're going to see it has the title that we had before. It has the category right here. And then underneath skills, those were our tag that we had added, right? And it says posted on. And I left the thing that you could leave a comment. So I guess if, potential customers or whoever wants to leave comments about our site, they can put that on there, right? So that's basically what it looks like. It's just a 1 page. What's nice about this is that you can write, you could add more to it. So I only have this one featured image. If I filled in the text, I could write something about, oh, this project was from whatever and blah, blah, blah. Like I could kind of make a whole description. Basically, it's sort of like a mini page dedicated just to this piece of artwork. Now what I'm going to do is show you how that actually works, okay? So, and I can make this much more robust. Like I could have enabled the visual builder and built it much like the other ones, and it had a very specific layout. Like maybe I have like something saved in the library. Actually, I'm going to show you that first, and then I'm going to go and do the portfolio thing. So I'm going to go to Divi Theme Site, and then you're going to go underneath Divi, and you'll see Divi Library. Okay. You don't need to do this. I'm just showing you just so that you know what we're doing. And all of the things that we made, all of our saved things, be it sections or modules, like you might have a module a specific way, all of that actually gets saved in here. So whenever you save library, and you can see the category that they're in, and so on and so forth. So watch, if I click on this red section, click on it, it's going to show me just that section. Okay, start building, that's fine. And you're going to see in a second. It's very slow. I'm going to pause it while it's loading. So here you're going to see it has this very kind of block out way of working, but I can click on build on the front end. And again, I'm going to pause it while it's working on build on the front end here. And what you're going to see is that basically, once it's loaded up, it's just the section. I'll have the heading and I'll have the footer in it, but it's just that section. And I can save this, I could do whatever and save it just like we would anything else. And then every time that I would, load that into my page, like I would use that preset, it would source from this. Now, this is not a global, saved thing in the library. This is just a regular flavor one, which means if I change this one, it's not going to change the other. However, if it was global preset, then basically the rest of them would also change from any changes I make here. I'm not going to do any of that. I just wanted you to see it, basically. So let's just go to the regular Divi theme. And I'm going to go basically to our page. And then we will just click on View. Oh, I could have clicked Edit with Divi. Well, I'll show you this too, so this will also be useful. So if you just go to the site and you're logged in, at any moment you can click on Enable Visual Builder. And it will take forever. as it always does. I'm going to pause it while it's loading. Alright, it's now done loading. You notice that this does not look the same as what it did in the other thing, so you do have to be aware that it doesn't always... That's actually the most different I've ever seen out of any time I've ever used it, so I don't know exactly what's happening there, but sometimes it will look different from what you have, so it's a good idea to make sure that you're, testing things. There's one thing that might be wrong with this, and that might be why it's turning green. I'm going to hit the option box here. I don't know if this is going to fix it or not, but just on the off chance. I'm going to go to the individual slide here. Click on that. And I'm going to go down to the background. And you can see we're on a picture, but I'm going to go to color here. And I'm just going to make sure that it's transparent, that there's no background color. And then make sure we're back on this. Okay? Actually, you know what? Let's even try to do this. Let's actually add that background color that we were using before. So we'll do this one, 6B, 6B, whatever, right? So we'll say that one. So I'm just going to go like that, hit OK. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to go to the second one and just do the same thing. I'm going to go to the background color, hit the thing to open up all of them, and then I wanted 6B, 6B. Okay. And make sure we're still on this, and we'll hit OK. And then I'll hit OK again. Okay, and we'll see. Hopefully that will stick. I'm not sure. I think somehow that the background color was overriding it. If not, then what we might have to do is change things a little bit differently. I think the background color is just somehow superseding it, so we might have to remove it altogether and not use a blending mode. I don't know. This one I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. I'm going to check something real quick and see if we added, because I remember us, oh yeah, I couldn't remember if we actually added any CSS, the custom CSS to the whole thing, but I don't see that. Let's close that out. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to add that portfolio. So I'm going to hit the little gray box here. Alright. And I am going to, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to go portfolio. So, where are you? Portfolio, okay. They also have, where is that? It's, I have a name for it, but basically you can search for it. Where are you? Filterable portfolio. But we're just going to do regular portfolio, okay? So, portfolio. And what we'll do is add all categories, certain categories, just one specific one, and so on and so forth. But it's going to auto-populate all of those. I'll just click on all categories, so it's all of them. Now it'll host up to 10 currently. Now you can see what it does is it's actually just stacking one on top of the other, which I'm not a huge fan of. Let's make this, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go ahead and make it 4. They're only at 4 anyway. But if you wanted to limit the number, you might want to as well as... Like, I did these categories based off of, like, whether it was 2D or 3D animation. Probably would have made more sense to be like, this is a home page. All of the ones that are home page go in this one. Because obviously, if I do other portfolios, they are all going to look like, they're going to sample the same one. So, then we'll go to elements. And we can choose whether the show title, show categories, and so on and so forth. So, right now, we have all that on. But we don't need to necessarily. I'll take show pagination off. And we're missing something here. Post count. What am I missing? It's not this, is it? It's only going to show 2, I believe. Oh, you know why? Actually, leave that at 4. Sorry. And go to design. This is what I did. Layout. And right now it's on full width, which means it's going all the way across. What I want to do is actually have it be grid. And what that's going to do is it's actually going to put them in a grid style as opposed to stack, which I think would be better. And we'll give a second. There we go. Right now, we only have 4, but obviously we could have it, we could do more than 4, but that's what it is currently. So if I had more than 4, like if I had, let's say, 12, it'd be 3 rows of 4, basically. Yeah, there's our stuff right there. I think I kind of forgot to do this as well. We need to add, like, something to say what this is. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a new row. And we'll just make it one large one. Okay. And we're just going to do text again. Okay. Select the whole thing. Let's say featured work. Control A. Let's go ahead and make it an H2 and bold and centered. I think that's what we did up here, right? Yeah, featured work. All right. And tabulous. And we'll just hit OK. And this row has got to go above, so I'm just going to grab this row and just drag it so it's above it, like so. Okay, good. So now we kind of have basically a main homepage. This looks all good and hunky-dory. The only thing I really don't like are some of these things here. I'm not going to concern myself too much with, this is basically the footer, and up here is our header, okay? Now, both of these things need to honestly be adjusted, because currently I don't like this, but the problem is I don't have all my subpages yet. I don't have everything linked up, so it's kind of hard to make any hard choices, because I don't know the number of menu items I have, because I don't have all my pages. And also, same thing down here. I don't know 100% what I want, but there are some things I'm going to remove. Like I can take this design by Elegant Themes off, and I can add more social media icons, and I can take these things out and place this with like copyright, cone, or what have you, right? So I'm going to leave the header and footer alone and call that good. But yeah, so that's basically it. So then you're just going to hit save. I got to figure out why, because I literally already did this earlier. I have a test one of this first, and that one was fine, and then this one does not look at all the way that it's supposed to. So we're gonna call this good. So basically, just get to this point, save it, and then after you hit save, just exit Visual Builder. Okay, and then I think this still isn't going to work. It's weird because it works over here. I don't know what's going on with this one. Yeah, it's still showing that blue. Hopefully yours doesn't. I think it's just something wonky going with mine. Anyway, so you're just going to say like this too. I don't know what this is, like why that's yellow. That's I put no yellow in there. But anyway, so we're going to call it, because even this isn't even half size either. It's like not doing any of this stuff that I put in there. Hopefully yours looks okay. If not, I'll probably fix it by next time. But anyway, so get it like this, and then in the then what you're going to do when you're done, just go up here, and before you close it out, so here's the Divi theme, you're just going to right-click, and you're going to export, yada, 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 export it, hit export, and then I'm going to put mine right inside of here, week 12, I'll just call this one, oops, not that. It's finished, but okay. And we'll export. It's going to export out. When it's done exporting out, you just go ahead and select it, and you'll hit Stop Site. Go leave for a little bit, do whatever, come back, and then you can shut it down. But after that, you are done. Just once it's done exporting out that zip, you'll just submit the zip to me, and that'll be it. All right. So good luck. We're going down the home stretch here, guys. So you just got to get through this, and then you're done. All right.